Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching The Other Side. My guest today is a guy that has a production company doing Polynesian, Caribbean, Latin, and African music, and I'm glad to have Jimi Towery here today. Thank you for coming down.
Good to be here. Bless.
So you're going to how many countries over there in Asia?
I believe it's 9.
9? That's an ambitious undertaking to do something like that.
It's crazy, but it's going to be fun. I've wanted to go to Bali. Bali was the main destination.
Really?
All started right here in North Texas, but my freshman year I had a composition teacher. Looked like Frank Zappa. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. But great guy, and he taught me a lot of world music and a lot of stuff, but one of them was gamelan music from Bali, and I just fell. I mean, this has been a dream ever since I was 18 years old, to get to go do this, and finally now, here we go. So
that's great.
Patience. But yeah, that was the main destination, was to go there. Well, if I'm going to go that far, though, oh my gosh. So ended up, it just kind of, we had it on Thailand, and then my favorite food in the world, and all, and then it just kind of, if we're going to do this, okay, we go through Hawaii. Hong Kong, always wanted to go to Hong Kong. I think it's like the Asian New York.
Oh yeah.
So this is my first time to Asia at all.
Really?
So we want to cover as much. So we're going to Thailand, and then Guam on the way, and then Thailand, and then Malaysia, Singapore, Jakarta, Indonesia, and then to Bali, and be there for a couple of months.
Really?
Playing. And then coming back, Philippines, and then back to the States, yeah.
How many people are you taking with you?
Me. Me. The rest of the guys in Watusi have younger kids, and they can't just take off like this. But
yeah.
I'm on a mission, and I'm living and playing in Costa Rica the last 5 years,
really?
5 winters. So I go there for the winter, and I've got guys that I play with down there, and just kind of all stars from other reggae bands. But so we do the winter down there mainly in Hako on the West Coast.
Really?
And it's home now. I mean, it is home. I love it. The people, everybody loves reggae music. The tourists even that come there they're cool people that from all over the world, and that's kind of why they go to Costa Rica, because they're looking for a peaceful, just chill, the beach, the rainforest, the whole nature thing.
People from Europe and Britain and
all
Australia,
over,
and just
especially South America.
South America.
From everywhere. Oh my gosh, Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, lots.
What kind of place do y'all play at there, actually?
Mainly beach clubs. Hako is it's like the tourist center on the West Coast.
Really?
Tons of places, but this beach, the whole West Coast is just all beach, right? And it's just bam, bam, bam. There's clubs all over. And East Coast is beautiful too. It's not as happening as far as tourists, so there's not as many people to play for, so there's not as much money to make either. So we spend most of the time on the west side in Hako. But it's really become, they welcomed me, brought me in, and it feels home.
That's good.
Yeah, I love it.
What really are some of the differences between Polynesian music and Caribbean music?
Well, instruments, one thing, the similarities are definitely, just the island, vibe, mentality, the nature, the surf, the beach, even the fruits and vegetables and stuff, But it's just, that island vibe kind of thing. Everybody loves reggae music, and it's huge in Hawaii, and we used to live in Hawaii. But in fact, when we go to Hawaii this time in a few weeks, we're doing a reunion of a group that I played with 25 years ago when I lived there.
Really?
Called Na Mele Rasta, and that means the Rasta music in Hawaiian. But yeah, the guys, they're still around. They're all doing other things and whatever, of course. But we're gonna do this reunion after 25 years, and we're playing in Kailua and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
The history of music goes way back, though, down in the islands, I guess.
Yeah. As long as there were people there.
Yeah.
Evidently. You know, my company, we book, you know, we have a hula Hawaiian Polynesian review show where we have a band, we have dancers, and then the Samoan fire dancers.
Really?
Always the highlight at the end of a luau.
Yeah.
And we do luau's all over Metroplex and what all, but yeah, this is some real ancient, you know, chanting and the music and stuff, and of course ukulele. But like the Nameli Rasta group, that was, it's really, they call it Jawaiian because it's a mix of Jamaican and Hawaiian music. It's reggae music, but you use a ukulele is real prominent.
Yeah.
And they sing a lot of stuff in Hawaiian. I'm not that blessed, but so but yeah, it's a huge thing in Hawaii. Jawaiian music. Oh, it's very big for a long time.
Have people lived on the Hawaiian Islands for centuries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, Hawaii was a nation, you know, for hundreds of years.
Way before it became a state.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's interesting. When I got there, this was 93, and it was like, I was hearing all this stuff about, what's the word? When you get your country back that's been taken from you, it'll come to me. Anyway, but it was kind of interesting because it's like, whoa, hold up, sovereignty. They wanted sovereignty back.
Yeah.
Because, and I, you know, like we grew up thinking, well, you know what, 1907, I believe, it became a territory or something, and then I think 59 it became a state.
Oh.
Am I right?
Not that long ago, yeah.
But I just thought, oh well, so I guess they voted and they decided they wanted to be part of America or something. Not exactly. No. There's a guy named Dole, Pineapple, that had just a baron. You know, he was like the Donald Trump of his time.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, he
owned the Dole Pineapple Company.
And he took over, and they ended up, you know, they wanted to take over some land from Hawaiians or whatever, or maybe buy it, I don't know, but they wanted it at any cost. And the Hawaiians were like, no, you've got all this, but no, you can't have mine. I'm not selling or whatever. So he ends up calling his friends in Washington, and they get the Marines there and whatever, and they just take it. And then they put the queen, Liliokani. They had a queen, kingdom, you know, king, queen, whatever. She was the ruler at the time, and monarchy had gone on for hundreds and hundreds of years. And so they put her under house arrest and took over. We got this. And then years later, you know, they end up becoming a state, but it wasn't like they voted for this or whatever. It was a takeover. And Clinton, President Clinton, actually, as he was leaving office, issued a formal apology from the U.S. for doing all that. But it's not like they didn't give it back. But anyway, there is a movement. There is still a king there, a descendant.
What happened to the queen?
They put her in house arrest, and she stayed there, and she died that way.
Passed away.
She couldn't even leave her home. In her own country.
In her own country that she had been the queen of, But when Washington comes over, that's it, I guess.
How was that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I never knew that, but...
they didn't tell us that in the history book.
Yeah, they don't tell that. Yeah, they just give the dates.
Yeah.
But Costa Rica I've never been to, but I guess that reggae is the most popular music in general, and then but Caribbean music is different from reggae.
Well,
would you say?
It's on the Caribbean, so they've got that flavor. The difference on the East Coast and the West Coast, the East Coast is black, basically.
Yeah.
All kind, but very black, because there's so many Jamaicans came over to build the railroad from the East Coast to the West Coast, I believe in the 1920s something. and they stayed, you know, and so it feels, sounds like Jamaica, the whole East Coast, you know. Marcus Garvey, that's where he began the Black Starliner, his whole movement, Back to Africa movement, all started in Costa Rica.
Really?
There's a museum there, what all, but yeah, it's very Jamaican over there. But it's in Spanish. That's the funny part.
Oh,
They
really?
speak patois, but it's in Spanish patois. So it's kind of, you know, very different. On the West Coast, it's mainly surfers from all over. The surf is incredible. And it's not Hawaii, but it's good. It's
Yeah.
very, very good. And actually, they won the world team surfing competition last year. I think it's 2 guys, 2 girls.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
excellent.
so it's deep. It's real. Yeah. But Costa Rica overall, there's a thing we say, pura vida, means pure life. And that's how you greet somebody. You say, hey, in the sound room, pura vida. Wherever, every day, you say it 100 times, you know, all the time. That's how you greet, how you leave. But it's basically wishing pure life, you know, to your friend.
That's good.
And that is the motive there. That's the motto. The whole thing is, it's the happiest country in the world.
Really?
It's been chosen as that or
Oh, is that
whatever.
right?
Because it's a blue zone. People live longer. There's less stress. The blue zone thing is just people on average live longer than the norm.
So Texas
around
is
the
not
world.
considered a blue zone?
No. Not even Austin. Austin used to be maybe,
Used to
but
be,
not.
yeah.
No.
What about Cuba, though? What kind of music?
Cuba is incredible. All right, what I tell people to live, of my humble experience so far, Costa Rica, no doubt. It's the most blessed. Just the nature is just amazing. Every day you just see stuff. We got monkeys and macaws and just sloths and birds. There's more birds, flowers, and plants, I think, in Costa Rica than anywhere in the world.
Oh,
in one
really?
place.
More variety.
And but to go have 10 days of the most fun, Havana, Cuba. Oh, that's it. The music is just, the level of musicianship is so high.
Really?
Denton, North Texas, music is here. And I went to school here in product. I'm very proud of that. It's so good to be back here. But there, oh my gosh, take that another jump, because to be a professional musician there, you have to graduate school. It is communist. You have to have the certificate. You only get that by graduating. So you see conga players, which they're famous for, some of the best in the world, right? They all have a music degree.
Really?
They read music. They read classical, legit piano, whatever music. No doubt. So you go, Calle 23, Calle 23 is the strip in Havana, and I mean, it's club on the left, on the right, just all the way down the street. Just amazing music. But the level of musicianship is so high, you know.
Are the cops mean down there?
I never met one.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I sort of met one at a distance.
They don't have a strong presence, yeah.
No.
They don't mess
and
with
that's
people.
That's what
Yeah.
I was amazed here.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, I mean, I'm not naive too much, but when you're going somewhere you've never been, you know you don't know. Just admit it, you
Yeah.
know. So my question going there was, yeah, the police thing, it's a communist country. I'm picturing, you know, militia with M16s or whatever on every corner. You know,
yeah.
just, no.
That's
none,
good.
None. The only one I saw was at the old, it's like a Capitol building. It's with the government, some kind of government, military,
Yeah.
whatever thing. Anyway, there was one guard out front with a gun, and he's just sitting out there. And I saw him, and I took a picture of the building, whatever. And then I came closer, and I held my camera. I just showed it like, "It's okay, take a picture." no. And I said, okay. I didn't argue.
Yeah, really.
But nah, man, the people were so friendly, so loving, so happy. You know, I was surprised. You know, it's
And a lot of people are really poor there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the most shocking thing I think to me there was, on the negative side, was like on a Wednesday. I'm going with my buddy. We're going through Old Havana, and I see this line of people, and I'm saying, "Oh, what's up there? There's a show or something, or what?" He said, "No, it's Wednesday." So that's a bread line. So they're getting their free 2 loaves of bread and whatever. You know, so that was kind of sad. But
Yeah.
but you know, the people overall, no, you don't see much rich. You don't see homeless people or people
Really?
sleeping on the street or anything like that. Everybody's got something.
Got a place.
But it's very humble. It's very humble. But tell you what, just like Columbia's saying, almost everybody you meet, they could be doing any job. It could be a clerk or at a whatever, a guy sweeping. But while they're doing their job, they either sing or dance. And you talk about living with a song in your heart.
Yeah,
that's normal. That's everybody. Music's everywhere.
That's great.
You hear it on the street. Everybody just dance and lively, and you would never know they have any struggles or poor or whatever.
Yeah.
But they do appreciate, you know, life and very humble people. But they treated me. Oh my gosh, it's funny. I feel this. When I would go around, they say, well, you know, there's a mix of people, brown, black, white, all colors of people, and they're still Cuban. And you don't see racism there. I didn't, you know.
That's great.
Yeah, you're Cuban,
Yeah.
you know. They just don't, you don't see 5 black guys and then 5 white guys or separation like eating dinner or anything like, you know, no matter.
Everybody mixes up better.
Yeah, this is everybody everywhere. But, especially music, really.
It brings people
none of that.
together.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your impression was, but I always liked Ricky Ricardo.
Oh,
on the
of
Lucy
course.
Show, you know, and
He was
with
the
his
coolest
orchestra,
thing.
yeah, and then
on TV at
Yeah,
that time.
yeah.
I loved it when they should go see the band and whatever. Oh, yeah. And it goes back. But for me, Cuba also meant Ry Cooder.
Oh,
When he did the Buena Vista Social Club, you know, movie and album and Grammy winning and everything. Academy Award 2 for the movie, foreign film, incredible.
Which movie?
That, Buena Vista Social Club.
oh, okay.
It's probably about a few years ago. But when I saw that, it was just like, it just makes you want to go there. It's just like, and explore the music.
I'd love to go
incredible.
sometime.
And I have to give a plug to Chucho Valdez is the best piano player in the world. That's my opinion. Oh my God, incredible. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming down, and I'm going to get out of the way and let you play some music for everybody.
Okay.
And thank you all so much for checking us out, and check out some of Jimmy's music, and check him out on the internet to see some of the things he's involved with, and hope you enjoyed the show. Take care.
Bless.
This is Jordan, y'all. Y'all make some noise for Jordan. Big up all around. Welcome to the UNT Daily, or NT Daily. Hope you're feeling nice. My name is Jimmy. I'm with the reggae band Watusi from Dallas, Texas. But it all started right here in Denton. Way back. Way back. Somebody say Irie. All right, and my backup singers over here over top say Irie. Yeah, man, here we go. Everybody crying out for freedom. Nobody calls for justice. Everybody crying out for freedom, yeah. Nobody cause for justice. I don't want no peace. Talking about equal rights and justice, yeah. Equal rights and justice for all y'all. Equal rights and justice for the women, especially right now. Equal rights and justice. And talk to Kavanaugh. Everybody wanna go to heaven, yeah. Nobody wants to die now. Everybody wanna go to heaven, yes I. Nobody wants to die. But I say, I don't want no peace. Well, not without equal rights and justice, yeah. Equal rights and justice. What you want? Equal rights and justice, yeah. Equal rights, law and justice. Well, I won't pick myself up, dust myself up now. Start all over again now. Rub it upside, I won't pick myself up, dust myself up now. Start all over again. Once me now, we're gonna big up for you. Big up for Jordan. Big up to the Father. One love every time, yeah. Big up all around. Respect. One love. Pura vida, Costa Rica. Yeah, man. I want a big bad Babylon, a princess on you. Poor little Zion, I'm a sucker line too. Sad with death to try to take me alive. Time it on the side, I don't wanna survive. Down in Jamaica, life a celebration. One love, no radiation. What you want is what do you get now? I'm not a problem, I'm a no regret myself. Whoa. Lord mercy, get down now. You're getting tired. Big up for Jordan on the tambourine. Yeah. Take a break, girl. All right, this is for all, well, I want to say all the ladies. It's really for one lady, but who knows who she is? We don't really know yet. So, actually, this is for all people now. A song called To Be Loved. To be loved. Every time I hear the word of love, it's all about you. Every time I feel you in my heart, it's all I can do. I look around, it's a beautiful world. I love what I see. My heart is there for you. You're my destiny, yeah, Lord. Every time to be true. Oh, baby, how about you to be loved? Hear the words, I love you. On and on to be loved. Every time to be true. Oh, baby, how about you to be loved? Hear the words, I love you. Love is there for you and I. Love will always be there. Love is there for us to share and send along. All around we say one love, one God, one aim, one destiny. One boss giving directions on the tambourine guy. All right, spin around, Matt. Go ahead, you can spin around. All right, so then a Matt's got a flow. I'm alone. Hey, Watusi gonna be in the mama, say the bubbling. All around me down a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Say, no, I gotta keep it on. I wanna move it, yeah. I say, love, I got to get on. Down to the ground and rub it up sound. Say, Lord, Denton, Texas, yes, I. Blessings all around. Peace and hope and faith. The greatest of these is love. One love. mesmerized, girl. You're my queen, you're my lady, yeah. Lord, I want you to have my baby. Uh-oh, check it out. I look around, it's a beautiful world. I love what I see. My heart is there for you. You're my destiny now to be loved. Every time to be true. About you to be loved. Hear the words I love you. All around me not to be loved. Every time to be true. Oh baby, how about you to be loved? Hear the words, know the words. All around me sing a bubbly. Yes, I will give thanks and praise to the Most High. Called by many names, but there is one God. All around the world, peace and hope, blessings for the children, respect for the women, love one another right now. We can do this, yes. Easy now, that was mad. But I gotta say a big thank you to Denton, Texas for changing my life. I met a Jamaican here on the soccer player. He was a soccer player on the soccer team. From Jamaica, the first player brought in from there here by Coach Sid Curry, who was the original first international player to play, I think, any sport here at North Texas. You heard of this guy? He was a soccer coach here for years. Maybe still for women's, I'm not sure. But Sid Curry, I love you, brother. And talk about full circle. He brings a Jamaican here. I meet him the first week of school at Kerr Hall in Get Acquainted party, whatever. And I saw this little black brother with these little dreads. And I went over to, I just said, hey, and he said, yeah, man, or something. And I heard his accent. And so I said, where are you from? And he said, I'm from Jamaica, man. So I said, really? So I have one reggae album, Natty Dread, Bob Marley, still the best. If I only had one, that would be it. But I said, so you know about this reggae music? And he said, what? He couldn't believe I even knew what it was. He said, man, come on. So he took me up to his room and he pulled out the chalice, the Bible, and all of his albums, and he took me in. And that's where it starts for me. 2 months later, he said, come on, we're going to Dallas. And I said, what's up? And he said, just come on, my surprise. Well, it was to go meet here, go back to the hotel, hang out, everything with Peter Tosh. And it was Peter Tosh's first tour, on his solo tour. And my buddy, his name was Bali Reed, he had grown up with both the keyboard players, which is perfect for me. We walk in, it's like, hey, what? So next thing we're backstage, and then I met Peter. He come over and sat down with me, and we talked for a long time. And he was a great man and real inspiration. But he sent me out of there that evening. We were up late, 3 or 4 in the morning, and doing a lot of reasoning and just deep Rasta talk. I'm an 18-year-old white boy from Oklahoma. I mean, I'm asking probably silly questions, but I guess he saw my heart. He saw something, and he spent a lot of time, and he told me before I left, he said, he gave me one of these, gave me a tam, and he blessed it, gave it to me, and he said, if it's up to me and Bob, this music will never do anything. He said, you're the warrior in these runs. Another guy in Cali, guy in Florida, Europe, all over the world. You're the real warriors to take the music to the people. So we leave out of there. What do you say? Yes, sir. Okay, so we come back, and it's like, let's put a band together, And by the next day, I'm finding, bass player, guitar player. My roommate was a drummer, and he did play some reggae. So anyway, that was, as far as we know, the first reggae band in Texas was right here in Denton, and it was called Bali. And in my house where we rehearsed, Brave Combo started there too. So there's a lot of culture on Sycamore Street. Anyway, I'm gonna do this one. This goes out to Bernie, another inspiration. Especially in these Trump times we're living in, for real. A revelation reveals the truth. Revelation, revelation, yeah. Revelation reveals the truth. Revelation, revelation, yeah. Oh. It takes a revolution to find a solution. Yeah, yeah. No more confusion, no more frustration. Yeah, I say, I don't wanna live in the fire. Don't trust those shadows after dark. If you look down and I hope and you could see, like the bird in the tree, people got to be free. A revolution, revolution, yeah. Revolution, boy. Revolution. Never trust a politician to grant you a favor, oh no. They will always want to control you forever, ever and ever. I don't wanna live in the fire. Don't trust no shadows after dark, oh no. If you look then I hope that you will see, like the bird in the tree, people got to be free. A revolution, revolution, revolution in your heart. Revolution, yeah. I say lightning, thunder, brimstone, and fire, fire. Well, say lightning, thunder, brimstone, and fire, yeah, yeah. Rasta there on top of mama, can't you see? Like the water over the sea, yeah. Oh, revolution, revolution. Pura vida en mi corazón, yes I. Aloha, Sawadee, Thailand, Bali, coming your way. Malaysia, big up Singapore, Hong Kong, rise. See you in Guam, and Mabuhay, Philippines. Revolution all over the world, peace and blessings. Never give up, keep the faith, keep the hope alive. Yes we can, yes we will, yes we must. Love one another if you can. Bless.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Stephen on tambourine.
And they tell me, follow your dreams. And they say, do what you want. And money will come.